Blasio. I'm here helping out Joe Deguardia, Star Boxing. Got a very, very special event coming up this Saturday. Thanks everybody for joining us here for the final press conference for Prospects Collide. Saturday, June 14th at the Westchester County Center. Tickets are available now through Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster.com, and you can use a special code EMPIRE for a discount on tickets when you purchase in advance. So thanks again for being here. We want to say big shout out to our event sponsor, Empire Harley Davidson. Kyle Hildebrand and Randy Medina hosting us today. Really appreciate the hospitality. Beautiful space, beautiful bikes. They've already tried to sell me one. I think Joe's already in for his second bike. So again, thanks for coming. Saturday's great event is 6 fights, headlined by a super bantamweight title fight for this NBA championship belt. Let's give it up for that. Got our main event fighters up here, as well as some of our undercard. I'm going to introduce our host for today. He is the promoter, Joe Deguardia, Star Boxing. Joe is president and CEO of the company. What you may not know is he is a New York and Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame member. He is a former winner of Golden Gloves championships. He's represented the United States national boxing team, and he is an avid Harley Davidson rider. Joe, come on up.
Thank you, Chris. Firstly, thank you all for coming out. It's special to be here in Westchester again, where we actually, Star Boxing started over 30 years ago. I hate to say it, 35 years ago. We started in Westchester County, and we started at, well, a small high school. Mount Vernon High School, and you know what? I'm just looking out right now, and it's amazing. As I say that, my eyes catch somebody sitting over there. Looks like Larry Bonds. Is that Larry Bonds? Yeah. Larry Bonds. Larry was the main event that night. That was my first show I ever promoted. What year was that, Larry? 1992. 1992. Larry was fighting, and Larry was a top fighter. Did Westchester proud. I won't talk about our fights, Larry, in the Golden Gloves. But Larry's something special. So it's special to see Larry sitting out here. And another thing coming back to is that after a while, we did a couple of shows. We did Mount Vernon, we did Yonkers Raceway. We did a lot of shows at the Westchester County Center where this show is going to be taking place. So it's special and nice to go back to the Westchester County Center, another place, by the way, where Larry main evented many times. So it's special and good to me to come back here. This show is truly a throwback to boxing. And I'm going to get to the fighters, and I'm going to get to the headline of this card, Prospects Collide. But a lot of it and all of this comes together because of a lot of people. And I just want to make sure that first I recognize our sponsors here, Empire Harley Davidson. Okay, great place for a press conference. As Chris mentioned, I am an avid Harley Davidson rider. They got me. I'm buying another one. I'll have a couple in the garage now. But great place, Empire Harley Davidson, great sponsor, perfect place to come if you want to buy a bike and enjoy life, okay? Because this is the ultimate example of freedom and independence is Harley Davidson, okay? It's a culture, and it's a community, and it's something special because it interrelates with boxing. In boxing, we have a community. It doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter how much money you have, okay? You could be riding with somebody who's got nothing, okay, but just that bike and that freedom, okay, and you could be riding with somebody who's a billionaire, all right? You could be riding with somebody who's whiter than an albino and darker than whatever the darkest color could be, all right? Everybody is a community, and that's what boxing is like, and that's why it's such a special thing that we are coming together and doing this venture with Empire Harley Davidson. I'm proud at this time to mention and ask to come up, say a couple words from Empire Harley Davidson, Kyle Heidelbrand, sorry. And I also want to thank Randy Medina before marketing here at Empire Harley Davidson. Well, but here is the general manager of Empire Harley Davidson. He's done some special things over here. You see it. Kyle, come up, say a couple words.
Thank you. Welcome. Just want to say thank you guys for coming. Welcome to Empire Harley Davidson. We're excited about this partnership, hoping to build on this for years to come. I mean, this kind of goes hand in hand as we were just talking. It's the boldness, the community, the passion, the freedom, you know. So we'll be there in kind of full force on Saturday night. We're going to have custom bike set up. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We bunch of some raffle items. We got towels, t-shirts, things like that. So we'll be there full force on Saturday night. We're excited for the fights, to watch the fighters on the 14th, and we'll be there. But wanted to say thank you again and welcome. We're gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be a great thing. So thank you. I'll bring you back up.
Thanks again, Kyle. While I speak about sponsors, Empire Harley Davidson, I also want to acknowledge that we have behind us two beautiful women, right? One outfitted as Star Boxing's ring girl, the other who's also going to be a ring girl from Fightbook. Fightbook is another one of our sponsors. You can find information about Fightbook. Basically, what they're doing is they're integrating all the elements of boxing so that fighters have the ability to find a trainer, find a manager, find a promoter, find a fight, maybe find your marketing director, maybe find your doctors that you need to get physicals and boxers get tested for everything. But Fightbook is a new platform where everybody in the industry will be able to interrelate with each other through an app. So I want to thank Fightbook. I want to thank the lovely Grace here from Fightbook. I want to also thank the lovely Ella from Star Boxing. And you'll be able to see them. And as Kyle has mentioned, they'll be throwing out some free t-shirts and things like that from Empire Harley Davidson and also from Fightbook itself. But I want to thank them as well. We got a special night of fights. I just spotted also in the audience, I'm looking now, and somebody that's going to be kicking off before the main event. We're proud to announce, before I announce who it is and what it is, I want to just say that we've been very fortunate. We've had some people that have gone on to become world champions as fighters. We have people that become world champions in every aspect of life, whether they became doctors, lawyers that came through us and stuff like that. One of our national anthem singers has gone on and has become a top singer. He's an opera singer, Chris Macchio. I don't know if you know him, but Chris is been doing a phenomenal job. He's sung at the inauguration for Trump. He sung at the Vatican for the Pope. I mean, he's just a phenomenal opera singer. But we're proud that he came up through us, on the circuit through us. He actually sung our national anthem in our last show, Rocking Fights 50 out in the Paramount in Long Island. And I'm proud to announce that we're looking at the future now in a new singer and somebody who has got a tremendous future ahead of her. She just signed a major recording contract, and I noticed that she's here, but you're going to see her singing the national anthem on Saturday night, June 14th on our show. Valentina Marino, right in the back there. Hello, Valentina. So when we go and have this fight, June 14th, you're going to see a special night of boxing, okay? This night of boxing is unique. It's special. It holds a little dear to my heart because these guys are prospects colliding, right? In your main event, which I'll get to, you got two guys that are top dogs. Top boxer, top puncher fighting each other. In what we will call our co-fight feature fights, You got two guys that really embody the spirit of saying, I'm going to fight my rival. I'm going to fight the next town over, which is the old days of boxing. Okay? These are special events, special fights. But you also have on the card tremendous people. You'll see, we spoke just about now about boxing and how you have community and you have every element of boxing gets together. You're going to hear about people that are special outside the ring as well. Right? It's special what our sport does. Boxing is a special, special sport. And the people that compete in this sport are truly special. I'm going to ask to come up first a fighter that we have on the card that's making his pro debut. Okay? That fighter has got multiple amateur championships, all right? Many, many fights. He's well known for his accolades inside the ring. But another example of how fighters have these accolades outside of the ring, okay? He is a SUNY Buffalo graduate, a master's degree, okay? And now he's a teacher, a math teacher at the Eagle Academy, right? Teaches from up through middle school, I think it is, grammar school and middle school, but he's a math teacher. But an example again of the types of people that you have in this game. We have some special people in this game. I want to ask him to come up, say a couple words. Again, a lot of accolades in the ring. He's a top fighter. Went through the amateur system and won every title, but also special outside the ring. Sharif Floney, come on up.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much. I see all of y'all out here. It takes a lot of time, preparation to get all this together. And I just want to say I thank you. So let's start off by giving Joe a round of applause just for setting this up for us. First, I want to give glory to God. Without him, none of this would be possible, you know. As I'm making my pro debut, I plan on making a statement, not just for me, but for my students, for my community, for my nation. I'm Ivorian, so I come from West Africa. You know, life out there is not the best, but we make do with what we can. I'm pretty happy. So I'm just really excited. I appreciate my coaches. We got Masuko, we got Carlos here. Appreciate a lot of people that I see in the crowd that I know personally. And I'm just ready to put on a show. Like, the talking done, you know, I'm not really into, you know, or back and forth. But when we get in that ring, I plan on stomping. So it is what it is. Thank you.
So Sharif will be fighting. His opponent is down in Miami, Florida. So he's not up here yet. So you're not going to hear from his opponent right now, but he's fighting Austin Spivey. Okay? But thank you. And we're looking forward to seeing Sharif fight his pro debut. At this time, I'm going to throw now to another part of the world. Okay? This individual is coming up from the Dominican Republic. All right? He's been on a couple of our cards. He is now, I mean, he actually keeps fighting and winning. I'm losing track of how many knockouts he has because he knocks out everybody. Okay? And, you know, I'm going to ask him to come up and say a couple words because he's a real prospect for the future. And I know he's interested in our main event tonight because he's in the same weight division. Rodrigo Marte, come on up. Rodrigo speaks Spanish. We're going to have Joe interpret for him.
Muy buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Mi nombre es Rodrigo Marte de la Rosa. Represento la compañía Central Boxing Club. Primeramente, dar las gracias a Dios.
First of all, he wants to thank God.
Luego a mi manager Raquel del Río y a Star Boxing por esta gran oportunidad.
Well, his manager and also Star Boxing for this great opportunity.
Sí. Agradecerle por esta oportunidad Rodrigo Marte se siente bien físicamente y mentalmente y vinimos por una victoria más y sé que lo vamos a obtener.
Feels physically and mentally great, and he's coming in for one more victory, and he knows he's going to get it.
No soy muy bueno hablando, pero quiero que sepan que Rodrigo Marte está bien preparado y está peleado para muchas cosas y estamos bien.
He's not a big time talker, but he's ready for this fight, and he feels great.
Gracias. Now there you go. So, when we talk about people in boxing, and I mentioned, look, where Rodrigo comes from, other side of the world. We have Sharif, came from Africa, Western Africa, all the way over here, and established himself, made something of himself, school background and everything. I'm going to show you that we have that homegrown here as well, okay? This particular individual I'm going to introduce next is also special. Shows what we have here in Westchester. All right? We have, I'm going to just double check your record because I'm almost positive it's 3-0 with 3 knockouts. We have an individual, Austin Kakase, who's come from nearby, Shrub Oak. Right? Went to Lakeland High School, was a top athlete over there, baseball and football, right? Graduated Marist College, okay, and is pursuing his boxing career. He's the quintessential All-American, all right? That's why I think actually, isn't that the nickname? Right? But he is. He's an All-American. And this is special because here you have, right here in Westchester, this All-American coming and competing in that boxing ring. This time I'm going to come up and say a couple words. Austin, let's hear from you. Westchester's own.
First, like everybody said, I want to thank Joe, put on this great show. I want to thank God. I want to thank my brother. I want to thank my trainer, Joe, and to all my sparring partners, everybody who helped me get here. Secondly, from my fight, this is my first fight coming home. All the people who made the trips and the hotels, the overnight stays, to come to watch me fight. Now I finally get to put on a good performance here at home. All my family, friends, loved ones, sponsors, they're all going to be there. So you can always, with me, you can expect an action-packed fight. This is going to be no different. It's going to end in a finish, body shot, clear knockout, whatever it is, it is. I'm coming to win. I'm putting on a good performance, and I'm happy to be on the show. Thank you.
Austin Cassisi, where do you see him? Exciting, banger. But it's going to be interesting to watch again. And he's got tons of fans coming down also, right? Yes, sir. So we have one group of fighters, one fight that's actually not here, which is also going to be a very, very exciting fight. They're on their way, actually. One of them lives in Cincinnati, Ohio, Boubacar Silla, and he's fighting Ryan O'Rourke, who's coming in from Dublin, Ireland. Okay? But while he's from Ireland, he does have a lot of ties to Westchester because McLean Avenue is going to be going wild for Ryan O'Rourke, undefeated fighter and top prospect from Dublin, Ireland. Now we'll move to a fight which may steal the show. Okay, I'll tell you, it's a fight that is dear to me for a lot of reasons, and a fight where I respect both of these guys because I think I can't remember having a fight where both fighters signed the contract literally after it got emailed to them, like in 2 seconds. It was like the quickest signing of a contract I've seen because both of these guys want to fight They want to fight each other. They're okay with fighting each other. They understand that this is a step for both of them, okay? And it's one of the reasons this card is called Prospects Collide. It shows, it shows heart and drive. And both of these guys have that. But what they also have are tons of fans. All right? I don't know who's going to have more fans that night. All right? I know that they're both selling tickets. I know that they're both big ticket sellers. I know that they have avid fans. Okay? This particular fight is going to be, it's going to be electric. Because like the old days, when you can see two people fighting in the ring, and one has his constituents, his group of fans, avid, and the other has his group. Those were the old days of boxing were like. You can have a 6-round fight, an 8-round fight. That was a major, major fight because you know what? One town was fighting another town. One group was fighting another group. All right? We recreated that for June 14th. That's this fight. Okay? You're going to have an Italian American fighting against an Irish American. You're going to have somebody from the Bronx fighting against somebody from Yonkers. Okay? Yes. Those of you that are local know Bronx and Yonkers have got a little bit of a rivalry for a long time. All right? And, you know, incidentally, these two guys are both pretty special outside the ring as well. All right? First, I'm going to call up, say a couple of words, a guy who really is in his own environment right here because his first name is similar to these bikes over here, Harley. Harley Burke, we're at Harley Davidson. What a perfect place to be for a press conference. Harley Burke, I know for a lot of years, okay? Harley was he actually was an intern of mine about 10 years ago, maybe, okay, at Star Boxing. And lo and behold, he comes back some years later and he's boxing, right? Harley's been a laborer. Now he has his own company, okay? He does power washing in case anybody needs power washer, all right? And he's an undefeated top prospect, okay? Undefeated 9-0, all right? 7 knockouts. And that's impressive. He has to say a couple of words right now. The undefeated Yonkers Irish American Harley Burke.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Starboxing. Don't have too much to say. Irish versus Italian, Yonkers versus the Bronx. I think the fight sells itself. Thank you, Lou, for taking the fight. I'll see you all Saturday night. Thank you.
Good stuff. So, now on the other side, another guy, special outside the ring. All right? He's a New York City fireman. Okay? Proudly representing the Fire Department of New York. Okay? And when I tell you has made progress in boxing that makes a promoter proud, makes a trainer proud. I just see, by the way, Aaron Davis walked in, another former world champion, sitting there talking to Larry Bonds. Doesn't even hear that I'm talking about him. There you, Aaron Davis here. That's Aaron Davis next to Larry Bonds. And I'm sure this fireman from New York has made Aaron Davis proud because he trained, Aaron Davis is his trainer. And I tell you, you develop a certain relationship with your guys when you're working with them. Harley, I know Ryan's here for you, right? And I saw Bryant's over here with Sharif. I mean, you develop a real relationship. And I know that Aaron is proud of Lou because from where he started and where he is now, he's two different fighters. And that's what makes this fight so special as well. All right? I'm proud he's fought 12 of your fights on our card in, I think, 2 years maybe. Quick assess, you know, a lot of fights for our card on our shows. And I tell you, it's probably like the unknown secret in boxing, but I have a relationship with both of them. Okay, like we said, Harley Burke was my intern. Right? Lou, he's got Deguardia blood in him. Okay, he's my nephew. So when you look at these kind of fights and you see them getting into the ring with each other, all right, from every aspect, this is a throwback to the old days, because this is what it was like in the old days. All right? You knew both sides. You knew they were from neighborhoods. They're from your town, from whatever it might be. Harley's my fighter. Okay? Lou's my fighter. That's special. Okay? Yes, it makes it hard when we see them go in a ring, but I love it because that's what boxing's about. Boxing's about that bell ringing, and there goes your opportunity. And now you got to make your best of it, okay? We provide opportunities to our fighters, and that's what we're doing here. And also we provide entertainment for the fans. Be sure to be there at the Westchester County Center June 14th, because there's going to be a lot of entertainment. At this time, I want to introduce fireman from New York City, Lou Maeda.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Star Boxing, for this opportunity. Thank you, Harley, Ryan, and his whole team for taking the fight. Man, I'm not much words. So we'll see you Saturday. Looking to put on a performance. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Harley. Everybody's looking forward to this one. And now, as if that's not enough, right? Prospects Collide is our main event. We come to our main event. Another fight. Both of these guys are dear to me. All right? We have Jan Carlos Perez, okay, who's been fighting on our cards, knocking guys out, okay? And Rajon Chance, all right, one of the top amateurs in the country. And this fight is the quintessential boxer versus puncher, okay? It's really what you look for in the game, all right? At this point, I'm going to ask to come up and say a couple of words. He's from the Dominican Republic also, part of the Rodrigo Marte team, all right? Jan Carlos Perez, again, another good banger. Knocked out a star from the Bronx in his last fight, Yuri Andujar, one-punch knockout in that first round, brutal, okay? I think you probably see it on the screens here. You'll see that knockout over there. So, here goes, at this point in time, Jan Carlos Perez. Come on up.
Muy buenas tardes, mi nombre es Giancarlos Pérez. Primeramente, gracias a Dios.
First of all, he wants to thank God.
Gracias a Star Boxing por la oportunidad, a mi manejadora Raquel del Río.
Wants to thank Star Boxing and the manager.
Por la oportunidad. Bueno, no vengo a hablar mucho. Yo le prometo el mejor show de la noche. El sábado en la noche nos vemos y vamos a dar un espectáculo. Vamos a ver el mejor show de la noche.
He doesn't talk that much, but he's going to give a very good rendition of himself, and it'll be a great fight.
Y gracias a ustedes por venir y a la empresa por el patrocinio, Empire Davidson. Gracias, y el sábado vamos a dar el espectáculo de la noche.
He wants to thank everybody for coming here. Also wants to thank Harley Davidson for sponsoring, and we'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Jan Carlos. On the other side, okay, we have our slick boxer, right? Another guy dear to our heart. He's our fighter as well. Okay? So these again are opportunities. When he found out about the potential fight with Jan Carlos, he jumped on it and said yes. Okay? He knows Jan Carlos is a puncher. He knows his background. But like champions, that's what makes all these guys special. All right? A lot of times you see some of these top guys saying, I'm not fighting this, I'm not fighting that. These guys take the fights. And that's how you become a better fighter. And that's how you get to greatness. All right? At this point in time, I'm going to ask to come up and say a couple words. He was an amateur star, comes from a real boxing family. You know, we come from a boxing family. Yep, we're the boxing family of the Bronx. This is the boxing family of East Orange, New Jersey. Rajon Chance.
Hi, beautiful people. How you doing? Let's thank God first. Everybody here. We all woke up tonight, right? We all woke up. We all here. We all looking nice. So, let's start off by thanking Star Boxing, Empire Harley. This is a beautiful, beautiful place. I like it. Looking good, looking good. What I would like to say is I'm very excited for this fight. I'm happy to be back under the lights at a beautiful event. Thank God that I'm here. And hey, you can't be rich without taking a risk, right? So what I'm gonna say is, I like the boxer versus puncher thing, but you know, it's only one way to find out who can punch, right? So I can't wait to fight, and I can't wait till Saturday night. Make sure y'all there, enjoy yourselves. Let's get it, y'all, let's go!
All right. By the way, they're fighting for this belt. This is the NBA championship, Super Bantamweight Championship for the NBA. Look, I want to thank everybody. We're gonna take some questions, and then we're gonna do some face-offs amongst the fighters. Before we do that, I want to just once again thank Empire Harley Davidson. Okay, our sponsor, Kyle, Randy, thank you guys. When you go there Saturday night at the Westchester County Center, Saturday night, watch the fights. Also take a look at the Harleys that are going to be there, because we're going to have a couple of Harley Davidsons there as well. Yeah. Okay? And what are we raffling off over there?
Oh, Randy, what do you think? Oh, we got some nice gift cards. We'll be giving out some
Gift cards. Okay, be sure to stop by when you see those bikes. Tickets, again, are still available. You could buy them at Ticketmaster. You could buy them at starboxing.com. You could buy them at the box office at the Westchester County Center. They'll be available that night as well, but get them early. Makes us feel better.
Was that me?
That's you.
I got you.
Thank you. Joe, thank you for stealing my thunder. Get your tickets. You could do a walk-up on Saturday, but much better to get them in advance. We're going to get a sellout here, Joe. I mean, that's the plan, right?
That's always the plan, right?
Yes, especially after this press conference. You guys did a great job. Really appreciate you. You want to do a face-off now with the fighters?
We'll do a couple questions.
Oh, let's take questions.
If there's any questions, and then we'll go to
If I
face-off.
walk after, am I going to be okay?
No, you should be fine.
All right. Do we have any questions from the press? Any questions?
I have a question.
Hello? This one is for Sharif. This is your pro debut. Who are some people that you sparred to help prepare you for this moment, and what is the biggest challenge you think you'll face in the pros?
Well, I had like just not wearing it. Should we just go turn it off?
Take this mic.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll go with that mic.
He'll be fine. It works. Okay.
Well, everybody know, like, when it comes to the pros and Southpaw, getting ready for big fights, a lot of people usually contact me. Shahad Tucker was one that, as he got a big fight coming up against
Lorenzo Simpson. Me and him was in the lab cooking up. I also want to give a shout out to Big Bro, my son Richardson Hitchin. He also fighting the same day as me. Somebody who's always keeping me sharp. Unfortunately, I was supposed to go out and work with Erickson Lubin, but like when I went out there to Florida, I was a little sick. So, but these are some of the top amateurs pros that's helping me during my amateur career. So now as I'm stepping forth, like y'all gonna see my skills. You know, I could punch, I could box, like whatever you want to do, I could do it. Probably better. So I just love being in the ring. Like, there's nothing like my happy place with being in the ring. So when you ask me what's a complicated or a difficult situation I'm being, heading in the pros, I don't really see nothing. Only me. So when I go out there, like I said, I plan on stomping, plan on destroying. My dad got this crazy quote. He say no sympathy for cripples. So when you're in that ring, there's no sympathy for nobody. It's just me and you, and then we just see how it goes. So.
Randy? Yep. I think the mic's on, Randy. Mic check?
Yep.
Yeah? All right, one question in the back here.
For the main event fighters, is there any additional incentive, being that this is for a regional belt?
It gives a little to it, you know. But how I look at it as, I've been around Terrence Crawford, I've been around Shakur Stevenson, I've been around so much great people and watched them and know what they have to do and how they get prepared. So it's like, how they do it is, regardless of if it's a belt on the line or whatever's on the line, and that's in life period, you have to fight. So how I look at it is, go get it. That's it. Just go get it. Go be great. It's time for greatness. That's it.
Bueno, esta pelea representa mucho para mí, ya que yo represento lo que vienen de abajo y lo que para decirle que sí se puede. Y esa pelea, en el nombre de Dios y mi pueblo, Santo Domingo, República Dominicana, yo llevaré ese título a Dominicana.
Well, basically, he's saying that he represents his country and he's going to bring that belt back to his own country.
How you doing? I got a question for Austin. Austin, this is like a homecoming fight for you. This is the first time you're fighting close to home. Is there any added pressure? Do you feel any different going into this fight than your first three?
Hopes that doesn't mean somebody's going down. I think we're going to let Chris give him the mic.
Yeah, one sec.
Check.
Yes, there you go. All right, we'll use this one to pass with the fighters, yeah? Sorry about that. Thanks, guys.
All right, cool. Sounds like this is working now. But no, I wouldn't say there's any added pressure. I'm a true professional. I'm in the gym year-round. I train every day, God willing. I think it just makes it more exciting now that I know I got my family, friends, sponsors, everybody there now. And, it's going to be a coming-out show for me. I'm going to try to use, all my skills opposed to just fighting one way. I hope this guy comes to fight. I know he is coming to fight. He said, he's not coming all the way here from Texas to lose. So I'm not going to let him, ruin any of my plans. This is my day, my show, and he's just going to be a part of it, just on the losing side. Thank you. Yeah.
This question is for Lou. I've been following your career from your pro debut. To me, Harley is your toughest opponent to date. This is also your first 6-rounder. What did you do differently to prepare for this fight?
second six rounder. The first one was stopped in Santiago Tora. This is the best camp to date. We know Harley's an exciting fighter, tough puncher. We know Ryan and his team very well. But we put our blood, sweat, and tears into this camp. And Harley's never fought somebody like me before, so he's gonna be in for a fight too.
Thank you. Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to ask any more questions.
Go ahead. Yeah, please.
Any more questions?
I thought you had a question.
Oh, no.
All right, I think that's it for questions, but thank you to all the fighters. Thank you again to Empire Harley Davidson, great host here today. Appreciate it, and apologize for the mic difficulties here at the end, but let's face off the fighters, get some last imagery. James, if you come up and give me a hand, we'll move this podium out of the way and we'll be set. Cool? Yeah, I think so.
Get it
Lift
behind
up?
you.
Lift it. Yeah, there you go.
Put it in front of you, you know what I mean?
Perfect. Awesome.
Biggest, strongest guy here we can find. You want anything for the kids? Well, this is your chance.